All right, seniors, welcome to Advisory today. We have a lot of great information for you for your last few months here at Maine South High School. And so as we talk together, we'll go over all of the events that you have coming up. We'll share some helpful tips, and then we'll end it with the moment you've all been waiting for. It's me, Mr. Edwards, and we have Dr. Collins here, and we're going to go ahead and get started. So this is just the general overview of what's going to happen in the month of May as you all close out and celebrate all the accomplishments that you've had over the last 4 years. So starting out really quickly, I'll just go through it. The night of May 14th, which is a Saturday going into the morning of Sunday, May 15th, we'll have our Great America Grad Night. I'll share some more details about each event as we go through them one by one. As well as on the 13th, and then the 16th and 17th, which is a Friday, Monday, Tuesday, we will have you pick up your cap, your gown, your yearbook, your tassels, everything that you need to walk the stage and close out. And part of that will be some surveys that you have to complete and some documents, but we'll go over that later. May 17th, you have your senior tailgate first thing in the morning, where you'll be able to spend some time outside with your friends and have a good day before you come into school for your very last day of attendance officially here at Maine South. On May 18th, pardon me, there'll be the seniors honors presentation, and that'll only include invited students. And so you'll have someone reach out to you individually, but we'll go over that as well. May 19th is the senior breakfast. That's a great time for us to connect together, have a meal, and then we go into prom on May 20th. And then the biggest moment that you've all been waiting for, May 22nd, which is a Sunday, graduation. All right, so let's get into each event. So the first one, like I mentioned, is the Great America Grad Night. I know all of you love roller coasters. What's even cooler than going to Great America is going to Great America in the middle of the night and riding roller coasters in the dark. I'm sure that'll be really thrilling. So Saturday night, we will all meet here in the Jock Lot at 8:30 for those who have tickets. And then our plan is to be back by 5:30 a.m. in the North Lot. So you may be asking yourself, when are we going to sleep? You're not going to sleep that night. So get your coffee, get everything you need, and get your energy. We'll have a great time. The cost for the event will be $73 per person. I know that sounds pricey. That includes entry into the park. That also includes the nice buses that we'll have to take up there, as well as food. We want to feed you and make sure that you have enough to eat while you're there with us. Now, one tricky thing here is Maine South, we only have 300 student tickets to sell. And that comes directly from Six Flags Great America. So those will be, once they're sold out, that's all we got, and we can't really extend it. It's not in our power. So if you really value this event, please make sure you get your tickets as soon as possible. We'll sell those in the bookstore. And there'll be a couple things you need to purchase your ticket. So before you are given your physical ticket, and this is a physical ticket event, you will have to download and complete the emergency form. It is nothing too complicated, but we need to know exactly who to reach out to should something happen or anything go wrong. Once you have your emergency form, you will bring that to the bookstore with your $73. And you can purchase your ticket. You will be handed a ticket that you must hold on to. No tickets will be sold without the emergency form. So if you don't have that, you'll be asked to come back and return when you get that completed. All right, so we look forward to a fun night of roller coasters, rides, and the games and everything they have at Great America. I'm really excited for that event. I haven't been there in years. All right, moving over to the next event on our list, we have cap and gown pickup. So I shared a lot of the details about that in my overview, but I'll happily rehash that. We really wanted to be a one-stop shop for seniors to pick up your caps, your gowns, your tassels, and then your yearbooks if you got one. The plan is to have it over a few days, probably in the morning, in the afternoon, maybe after school, and sometime in the middle of the day if we can, so that you don't have to just feel like you're going to go and stand in a line for an hour or 2 hours. We really want to make it an in and out experience so that once you're good to go, you got everything you need, and we'll walk out of there. One huge component that we must explain, both the senior survey, which you will be notified when it's available to begin, and the FAFSA waiver And that's only if you did not file a FAFSA, which is your financial aid application, will need to be completed prior to cap and gown pickup. So we will have lists for everything. If you got a cap and gown, we got a list with your name on it. If you have a yearbook, we have a list with your name on it. And if you have completed your survey and your FAFSA waiver, we'll have you down on the list. We will not be giving you your cap and gown or your yearbook and your tassels until you get those senior surveys and FAFSA waivers done. So you should have plenty of time between now and then to get that done. You'll pick an opportunity to come get your cap and gown, and then we'll check you off and you'll be ready to go. All right, gonna keep it moving. The next thing, this is a morning and the last day of your attendance, which is May 17th. That is a Tuesday, so just be aware that your last day of school is on a Tuesday. So what we'll do is we'll start in the morning in the parking lot, the A-wing lot nearest the softball fields. We'll give you a whole row. And that's a great opportunity for you to have a last time and an opportunity for connecting with your fellow seniors. So you can bring food, you can bring lawn games, bags, you can hang out, you can grill hot dogs, you can have some appropriate beverages, your orange juice, your Gatorade, your water. Hopefully the weather is fun and warm and we'll be able to have a good time. The thing is though, is at 8:15, we expect you to be in for your last day of school, and then you'll have a last full day of attendance. So that'll be your opportunity to say goodbye to all your teachers and your classes, as well as any other peers that you like to talk to who are not seniors. And that's your last day of attendance and senior tailgate. All right, the next one is the Senior Honors Night, and I'll pass it to Dr. Collins.
Yeah, thanks, Mr. Edwards. So Senior Honors Night is Wednesday, May 18th. So this is for invited students. There are certain scholarships that are generally carried over from the school year that are administered from our school or kind of in partnership with our school that will be awarded that night. So we don't do all scholarships that night. A lot of you are receiving scholarship aid or will receive scholarship aid that is really specific to your university or college or trade. Excuse me. There'll be school awards, so department award winners, the Goodwill Award winners, and the main scholars will also be acknowledged that night. You will be notified if you are invited for this evening much later in the spring. So typically sometime around the end of April or beginning of May is when you would know if you're going to be a part of this evening. And if you are a part of this evening, it's generally a very large percentage of the class. We ask that you dress up, that you take this seriously. It's a great moment, especially for any of your family members who are going to attend. It will be in the auditorium. And it will just be one of those few instances where they can get a really nice picture with you that they will always look at and cherish after you're gone and hopefully in a job and doing great things in the world. There are also, this is not part of this presentation, but there are also lots of other honors nights going on throughout the week. Our fine arts department has a honors night, and so does our world language department. So those happen on other nights through the week, but definitely want you to know about this and take it seriously when you might have the opportunity to come and be recognized for all the great things that you do. So that's Senior Honors Night. Back to Mr. Edwards.
Thank you, Dr. Collins. All right, our next event will be on Friday, May 18th. That is the Senior Breakfast. So we will host that over at the Avalon Banquet Hall. It is on
Mr. Edwards, I think it's on Thursday, May 19th.
Oh, apologies. See, I have my dates all mixed up. I'm sorry. It is Thursday, May 19th. Over at the Avalon Banquets on 1905 East Higgins Road, which is technically in Elk Grove Village, but it's very close. So a couple of things to know. The event itself is from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. So it's a breakfast. Doors open at 7:30, so you can come on in. We will then start serving food officially in all you can eat format at 8:30 a.m. You guys can hang out, sign your yearbooks and talk. And then at 11 o'clock, you will be dismissed. One important thing is it's really nice to dress up. So we ask for business casual. What that means is avoid jeans, avoid sneakers, get on some slacks, get on suits if you want to, skirts, dresses, whatever you feel like is business casual for you. That'll be what we're asking for. Tickets will be on sale through the 5-Star app beginning April 11th for the month. The cost is $25 for students. I do want to just note here that the May 10th deadline is also a very tight deadline. We won't be able to extend past that date, even if you missed out, because we have to let the Avalon Banquets know how many of you all are attending. So I hope all of you buy your tickets. Every single one of you seniors I would love to see on this day. It's $25. We'll eat, we'll have fun, we'll talk. All right, now the real Friday event is May 20th, and that's our senior prom. The theme is Starry Night. It's a famous piece of art, and it kind of just gives you the idea of how we're going to decorate and set things up. And so the event is on Friday, May 20th from 6 to 11 p.m. The first hour is a reception, so that's an opportunity for you to arrive in style, however you plan to arrive, and walk in, mingle, make small talk, kind of get the lay of the land, and then meet up with friends at your tables. The next part will start at 7. We'll have the sit-down dinner. We have a nice little menu set up for you all, and we are able to address your restrictions if you're at, and I'll talk about that in a little bit. And then you'll dance from 8 to 11 p.m. And so we look forward to seeing you all really dressed up and having a good time with your buddies. We'll be at the Donald E. Stevens Convention Center right down the road, 5555 North River Road in Rosemont. There's free parking right across River Road. Please allow extra time if you will be parking. It's just going to take a minute for you to get in there. There'll be another convention happening in the same area. So there'll be competing traffic, but also, you know, it's going to take time for you to get in there, walk across to the actual place where we're located. Important thing to know, there will be no admittance after 7 p.m. So we need you to be there on time so we can get the show on the road. We will also have these tickets on sale in the 5-Star app starting from April 11th to May 10th. Again, no tickets will be sold, no refunds after May 10th, and no tickets will be sold at the door. So you need to make that deadline because much the same, this is a plated dinner. We need to know exactly who's here and what they require to eat prior to getting there that day. The cost for a prom will be $60 a person. If you or your guest, notice I said guest, require a vegan or vegetarian meal, we will have an option for you to indicate that on the 5-Star app when you purchase your ticket. And so, like I shared just a minute ago, we are allowing non-Maine South students to attend as guests. And so if you're a student at South, all you'll need to do is go on 5-Star, have your ticket present when you walk in the door through the app or a screenshot of the ID code, and then your Maine South ID will be required for us to scan you in and know that you're here. If you are bringing a guest, it's very important for you to know that there is a guest form that will be sent to you through a Google link that we will need you to fill out prior to purchasing your ticket. So what you'll do if you are bringing a guest is there'll be an opportunity for you to fill out that guest form. It'll let me know. You'll purchase your ticket for the guest, and then they'll have to have it, and then the picture ID of some sort will have to be presented. So it could be their school ID, it could be their driver's license, it could be their state ID. It just needs to be a photo ID of the person that you are bringing that matches the ticket and the guest form that you fill out. All right. All bags will be checked upon entry to the banquet hall. I highly encourage you to not bring anything more than what you need, maybe a change of shoes if you're going to dance. Please do not bring any other items, and you know what prohibited items should not be brought as well. All bags will be checked. All right, now, last but certainly not least, for the events, we have graduation that'll be on May 22nd. And so that's a Sunday, 6:30 p.m. in Rosemont. Your family will get 6 tickets. And in a few moments, we will actually share with you the process for commencement or graduation and just the different things that you're going to have to do prior to, during, and then as we close out commencement. Before we go into detail about that, I'm going to let Dr. Collins close us out.
Yeah, I want to just briefly mention about traffic for commencement and for prom, because they're equally going to be bad. So just so all of you know, the last time we had graduation at Rosemont Theater, I was here prior to graduation. It was still at 6:30. It took me an hour to get from the main south parking lot to the parking lot at Rosemont Theater. You had all of the business traffic from the Sunday crowd. You had a lot of people trying to go out for dinner. You had the Comic-Con convention going on too. And you had everybody that was going to graduation. And then you had Maine East, our friends over there who finished their graduation before ours. They're trying to leave. So it's this hodgepodge of traffic. So please, please leave well in advance. You might not get into the parking lot because they won't let Maine South in until they clear out Maine East, but at least you're around the area. The same thing goes, I would say, for Friday night when you're trying to drive over for prom. Don't try to get there by 7. Mr. Edwards said it, like you can't get in there by 7. I would really try to get there by 6 because it's going to take you at least 20 minutes to even get up and into the convention center, even if you're getting dropped off. So something for everybody to kind of keep in mind. The last thing you want to do is be late to either one of these events when they're so close, but there's going to be a lot of traffic. All of us have grown up in the Chicago area. We're used to it, but just want to make you aware of that. And we'll have more things that are specific to graduation in the next video a few minutes later on. So we can go ahead and go to the last week of school for all of you. Starting on that Monday, that'll be the last time you see your odd classes. And then on Tuesday, senior tailgates in the morning, open to everybody in your last day for even classes, all right? So nothing for you on Wednesday. You can all sleep in. And then for invited students, there will be honors nights going on throughout the week as well. On Thursday, open to everybody is the senior breakfast. And then Friday night is prom. And then obviously Sunday, 2 days later, is graduation. So a lot of stuff happening this week. I just really want to emphasize with all of you, get all of your stuff and work and assignments and projects and all of that done early. Senioritis is a real thing. And I know you're all experiencing it already now. Mr. Edwards and I had the same experience when we were your age too. Could not be done quick enough with high school. So I would strongly encourage you to try to get all of your classroom assignments done early because that'll help with that whole experience. After this video and before the next one, we're going to ask you to check the senior Google Classroom page and take a survey to help us determine which faculty member you would like to have speak at graduation. That should be in your Google Classroom page right now. If you're interested and you want to speak at graduation, you can also apply to do that. Also in the Google Classroom page, there's a form that you can locate, and then you've got a few weeks to think about it, and then you need to give us a video no more than 4 minutes, upload it into that form. If you have any questions, you can email me directly or shoot me a chat, and I'll help you with that. But we usually get about 15 to 20 students every year who submit videos. They're very good. And then the administration goes through and chooses one. And then finally, we are going to do a little activity at the end of this too. Just an opportunity for all of you to write a note to one or more supportive adults in the building that you want to say goodbye to. And we'll have opportunities also throughout the next couple of weeks for you to turn in more if you'd like. You can turn those in to the main office, and we will make sure they get to the teachers. But for the purpose of this advisory session, you'll just have to go ahead and write those, turn those into your advisor, and then they'll make sure they get back to the main office, and then we will distribute them. These are one of those moments where you spent a lot of time, some of it virtual, but a lot of it in person, especially this year in your freshman year. And there's got to be someone in the building who really made a difference for you. It could be a teacher, it could be a counselor, it could be a social worker, a psychologist, it could be a custodian, it could be a hall monitor, it could be one of our safety and security members, it could be a teaching assistant, it could be an administrator, it could be a coach, it could be a club sponsor, it could be a band director, orchestra director, drama teacher, anybody, you know, that you really feel like, I just want to say thanks. And you don't have to write a ton. You can just write a little bit, but that goes over so much when you're leaving here and someone knows that they left a mark on you in a positive way, or just that you appreciate what they did for you as you left here. Okay, just a little gratitude goes a long way in the world. So that concludes our session for all of you seniors. So now you're going to do a few things. Your advisor will help you with this, but you're going to check the Google Classroom page, fill out the survey for faculty speaker. That'll take you less than a minute. You can also write somebody in. If you're interested in applying, you can check where that is on your Google Classroom page, and then you're going to take a few minutes and write some notes to some supportive adults. And we will see you in a few minutes later after that about more specific things, specifically only about graduation. All right. Congratulations, everybody. We're really proud of you.